doubts idya? No doubts. Now the next one, it is our which part? It is our, I can say, part 2 of our Indian Constitution. Now with respect to part 2, which all things you need to know about it? Part 2, about what is part 2? That is citizenship. Now what is a citizenship? And this concept has been borrowed from which country? First. What do you mean by a citizenship? And this concept of citizenship has been borrowed from where? Canada? It is Britain. The first and the foremost one here is what type of citizenship? It is single citizenship. It is what? A single citizenship for both what? That is center and for the state. Whereas in USA, there is a different, I can say, for the state and different for the, I can say, state governments. Now, this single citizenship has been taken up from, I can say, United Kingdom, or I can say Britain in the, we have taken it from the Britain or from United Kingdom. United Kingdom. Okay, Alva. Next one, articles. Now, sir, 5 to 11 odlebeka navu. Waste ella except 11. Except 11. Why 5 to 10 is waste? I can say. That is, I can say 5 to 10 majorly talks about the citizenship. That is divided into 5 to 10 and 11 major important one. That is 5 to 11 talks about the citizenship during when? That is during the birth of, I can say, birth of Indian Constitution 1950 time only. That is, I can say we are majorly talking about what? That is, I can say 5 to 10 talks about the birth of citizenship during I can say origination of my Indian Constitution. Sir, question keltara antandre? No. I can say a big no. Whereas what is 11? First, what is 11? First, what is 11? Article 11 talks about, it provides authority, or it gives authority to whom? That is Parliament. It provides authority, or it gives authority to, I can say, Parliament. For what? Parliament to make laws related to my citizenship. That is after 1950. Who has given the authority? That is Parliament. Which ministry? Ministry of Home Affairs. Ministry of Home Affairs handles what? Handles the citizenship, I can say, in India. Citizenship in India. Yes. First and foremost one, it is the Parliament has given the authority, or Constitution has given the authority to Parliament to make laws related to citizenship. Major ministry, it is my Ministry of Home Affairs. Sir, why Ministry of Home Affairs? Why Ministry of Home Affairs? Why not Ministry of Statistics? Why not MeitY? Because I can say Census Department or Registrar General of Census. Registrar General of Census functioning under which ministry? Functioning under Home Ministry, which will take care or which will handle even the, I can say, citizenship status also. Which will take care or which will handle citizenship related status in the country. In the country, highly important one, Ministry keltare, it is Ministry of Home Affairs. Ministry of Home Affairs. Even take an example of ST. Identification, approval, Ministry of Home Affairs. Even ST, even with respect to the cookies, the Meithis case. Cookies, Meithis case or Manipur case, who will handle this? It is Ministry of Home Affairs. Even PVTGs. What is PVTG? It is particularly vulnerable tribal groups. Who will handle? Again, Ministry of Home Affairs. That is Ministry of Home Affairs will handle what? It is, I can say, the considering, or I can say PVTGs, or I can say considering the list. considering the list. Done. Highly important one. On this basis, the Parliament has established which act? The Citizenship Act. Which year? Citizenship Act of 1955. Highly important one. Highly important one. It is my Citizenship Amendment or Citizenship Act of 1955. Citizenship Act of 1955. Now, sorry, Citizenship Act 1955 ali ಏನೇನ್ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ? What? First, exactly, Srikanth, it is 1955. I completely agree. Now, what is the major highlights of the Citizenship Act? First, ಹೇಳ್ರಿ ಪಂಡ್ರು ಪಾಲಿಟಿ. ಎಸ್ ಸರ್ ನೋ. ನಿಮ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಏನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾ? ಏನ್ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾದ್ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಲ್ಲ, ಬೇಡದಿರೋದೆಲ್ಲ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೋತೀರಾ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ 1950 1981 ವರ್ಗೂ ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಸಿಟಿಜನ್ಶಿಪ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಿದ್ರು, ಯಾರಿಗಾದ್ರು 1918 2004 ವರ್ಗೂ either male or father should be Indian citizen. Yes or no? ಆ ಕಥೆಗಳು. But major, what is this? This act is major important. That is Citizenship Act of 1955 talks about two major important things. In what manner we can acquire, in what all manner we can acquire the citizenship of the country, and which all manner we can be, or I can say removal of our citizenship status or loss of citizenship status, loss or removal. Now, what are the different manners? At last, we have five things. The first and the foremost one, it is based on the son of the soil concept. The son of the soil concept, we call it as based on birth. Nan ille huttidre nang sigate. Yes, that is son of the soil, a concept birth. Second one, based on the descent. Descent andre? Okay, descent adu decent alla. Okay, based on, yeah, exactly, that is based on blood relations. Based on blood relations, I can acquire a citizenship of India. Second one, what about third one? Based on, I can say, registration. Based on registration, normally, if I'm marrying any foreigner, okay, that is majorly based on registration. Naturalization ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನನ್ಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಇದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ನನ್ಗೆ ಏನು ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. Neither I'm related by birth, nor by blood group, nor by marriage. In case if I'm moving and if I'm entering Indian space and if I'm settling in India, and that concept we call it as via naturalization. Last one, it is my incorporation of territory. Incorporation of what? The territory of India. Incorporation of the territory of India. That's my first and the foremost one. Now, what about the second major important one? That is, on what manner we can lose our Indian citizenship? By? Okay, anti-social activity. What is anti-social? Is it talking against BJP? Huh? Exactly. That is against constitution. Against our constitution. First and the foremost one here is which one? It is renunciation. The first and the foremost one, it is my renunciation. Now, what is renunciation? Renunciation is nothing but a voluntarily giving up of Indian citizenship. Voluntarily giving up of Indian citizenship. Second one, it is my termination. Termination andre involuntary, the government will remove you. When will government remove you? In case if you have contacted your enemy, or if you have contacted enemy aliens during war, or if you have done any anti-social activities against constitution. If you have done anything against constitution, your citizenship status can be removed. Iste irado citizenship. At max, you should remember this. First one, single citizenship, borrowed from which country? Followed by major act here is Article 11, followed by Citizenship Amendment Act of 1955. And this talks about on what basis we can acquire, on what basis we will be losing our Indian citizenship. Yes, highly important one, that is birth, descent, I can say registration, naturalization, followed by I can say inclusion of adultery, followed by renunciation, termination. This is by me, whereas this is by my government. Ministry of Home Affairs. Mainly by Ministry of Home Affairs will terminate you. That is, if you have contacted the enemies during war, or I can say anything against the constitution. Anything against the constitution. Done. This is with respect to the first and the foremost one. Sir, current affairs any news citizenship in the. We have two major important news. What is the first and the foremost one? The first and the foremost one, highly important one, it is my Constitutional Amendment Act of which constitution? That is a CAA. That is, I can say, we call it as what? That is highly important one. We have brought amendment to Citizenship Act of 1955 ali. 55 amendment on the yavarದಲ್ಲಿ 2019 ali. By which ministry? By Ministry of Home Affairs. By Ministry of Home Affairs. In which year? That is in the year 2019. Okay, Alva. The first and the foremost news here is this Ministry of Home Affairs has said that we will be implementing this Citizenship Amendment Act of 2019 before two elections. Before two elections, no, why are they aggressive or why are they implementing urgently? No. First thing here is we should know about this is amended which act? My original act. Which is my original act? It is my 55 Act, that is Citizenship Act of 1955. This has been borrowed from which article? It is Article 11. Article 11 by which ministry? Home Affairs in 2019. Home Affairs in 2019. Sir, now what is the objective? Highly important one here is what is the highlight? What is the highlight of this act? Highlight of this act. First. ನನಗೆ ಎರಡೇ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲ or ಮೂರು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅದನ್ನ ಹೇಳಿ satisfy. One is from which country, which all religion are being included. The third one here is what is reduction of tenure of naturalization. Neighboring countries ಯಾವುದು? ಬಾಂಗ್ಲಾದೇಶ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅಫ್ಘಾನಿಸ್ತಾನ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಮಯನ್ಮಾರ್ ಮೂರೇ ಇರೋದು. That is the first and the foremost one. The first and the foremost one, sir, from which all countries? It is only three countries. Only three countries. One is my Bangladesh, Afghanistan, Pakistan. That is BAP. Okay. It is Bangladesh, Afghanistan, and Pakistan. Capital Bangladesh. Dhaka, Afghanistan, Pakistan. Exactly, Islamabad. Now, which state borders maximum with Bangladesh? West Bengal, Afghanistan, Jammu and Ladakh, Pakistan, and that's Punjab. Okay, done. Yes. Next one. The next one, sir, which all are being entered? Or which all has been entered, one who are facing persecution in these countries. We will be providing what? We will be providing Indian citizenship. Indian citizenship based on what? Based on religion. Based on religion. Sir, ಯಾವ religion ಇದಾವೆ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ we have MSc BJP. Okay? ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. Highly important. It is my major important one here is it is Muslims na replace ಮಾಡಿ it has been given it to Hindus. There is no concept or the citizenship based on religion. It has not been provided to, I can say, Muslims. Highly important one. Minorities ಯಾರ್ಯಾರು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ total 6. But we have replaced Muslims with Hindus. But there is no protection which has been given to the persecution which has been placed in this three countries with respect to religion, that is called as Muslims. We have given it to yaar. One is Hindus, second is the Sikhs, Christians, Buddhists, Jains, Parsis. Buddhist, Jains, and Parsis. Okay, now first one I said about our country. First one is that is Bab. The second one it is my which all religion, that is minorities, which includes Hinduism. Followed by Sikhs, Christianity, Buddhists, Jains, and Parsis. Last one, the third major important one, we have reduced the tenure. Of, I can say, tenure of Indian citizenship. 11 years to 5 years. 11 years to 5 years. But one who have migrated to India before 2014. Highly important one. Highly important one. That is, residency from 11 years has been reduced to 5 years. Before to 2015. Our ಯಾವಾಗ migrate ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು 2014 ಮುಂಚೆ migrate ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. ಅವರು ಒಂದು 5 ವರ್ಷ ಇದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು. 5 ವರ್ಷ ಇದ್ರೆ I'll be providing them what? That is citizenship status. Which citizen? Indian citizen. Based on religion under my Citizenship Act of 1955. 1955. Okay, Alva. Done. I'll summarize this. First and foremost one, highly important one, that is Citizenship Amendment Act of 2019, which is amended my original act and replaced few provisions. The first and foremost provision is nothing but our countries, that is neighboring countries, that is majorly from 3 countries. That is Bangladesh. Second one, it is my Afghanistan. Third one, it is my Pakistan. One who are facing persecution in their own country, majorly based on religion. That is Hindus, Sikhs, Christians, Buddhists, Jains, and Parsis. If they are migrating or if they have migrated before to 2014 and if they are staying in 5 years, 11 years illa, 5 years idare saku. I'll be providing what? Togolrappa anta. Eno chippu. Okay, that is citizenship status. Citizenship status has been provided. ಇಲ್ಲಿ major controversy ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ first and foremost controversy is nothing but why only these countries? Nodi, if you know the organization of current affairs, you can also write for mains also. First challenge is this: why only 3? Ili why region? Second, third one is why? Why this? Why this 2014? If you are giving persecution, andre ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. Hope you're getting. Yes or no? Yes, highly important one. This will be again mains. ಇವಾಗ ಇಷ್ಟು ಸಾಕು, but with respect to mains, we can discuss with respect to analysis. Done? Doubt? ಇಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಲೈಕ್ ಬಂದ್ರಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಮೈಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ ಈಗ ಸಿಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಬಟ್ ದಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಓವರ್ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಇನ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ದೇ ಪುಟ್ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ಎ ಡೆಡ್ ಲೈನ್, ದಟ್ ವಾಸ್ 2014 ಇಂದ ಮುಂಚೆ ಬಂದಿರಬೇಕು. ದಿಸ್ ಮೈ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ನ್ಯೂಸ್. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಮೇಜರ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ನ್ಯೂಸ್, ದಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಪೆರಿಫೆರಲ್ ನ್ಯೂಸ್. ಈ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಪಕ್ಕ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಈ ವರ್ಷ. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒನ್, ದ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಏನು ಸರ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೈ I can say Aadhaar. Second one, it is my Aadhaar. Second one, it is my Aadhaar. Yeah, exactly, Mamta. Exactly, Shrikant. Yes, done. Okay. Next one, next news. Last week news. Yenappa news illi. This Aadhaar card is not considered as what? Not considered as a citizenship. First ಇದು citizenship ಅಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಬಾಂಗ್ಲಾದೇಶ್ ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ ಪ್ರೈಮ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೀವಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಇನ್ನೇನು ಹೇಳಿ ನಾನು. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒನ್, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ even considered as the date of birth also. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋ ತಪ್ಪಂತ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದಿನ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಫೋಟೋನು ತಪ್ಪು ಅಂತಾರೆ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಹಂಗಿರ್ತಾವೆ ಬಾಳ ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ. ಸರ್ ಅದು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. Okay, this is my first and foremost news. Now, sir, is important antandre important illa illi. But important here is what is Aadhaar? What is Aadhaar? Who provides this Aadhaar? What is the number of digits? What is masked Aadhaar? Ish nodre mugitu. First, what is Aadhaar? What is Aadhaar? First, Aadhaar andre enappa? It is Aadhaar is a 12 digit 12 digit 12 a digit 12 digit number which has been given to whom? ಯಾರು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಪ್ಪ? ಸಿಟಿಸನ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂನಾ? It is for residents. ನಾನು ಇಷ್ಟೊತ್ತು ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ನಾನು ಬಾಂಗ್ಲಾದೇಶ್ ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಗೂ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. It is nothing but one who are staying in India will be providing what? Will be providing to all the resident, not only to citizens. Not only to citizens, I can say. Now, the next one here is, who is the regulator of Aadhaar? Who is the regulator of, I can say, Aadhaar? It is UIDAI. Yarappa ivaru UIDAI andre? It is Unique Identification Authority of India. Unique Identification, unique ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ನಂಬರ್. Okay, Unique Identification. It is Unique Identification Authority of India. Identification Authority of India. This Unique Identification Authority of India established under which ministry? ಯಾವ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಬರುತ್ತಿದ್ದು? That is MeitY. That is MeitY. What is MeitY? Ministry of Electronics Information Technology. Ministry of Information and Technology. Now second one, what type of body is this? ಯಾವ ತರ ಬಾಡಿ? ಅವನ ಸರ್ ಇನ್ಸರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರೋ ಬಾಡಿ ಏನ್ ಬಾಡಿ? Yes sir, no, what type of body? Is it statutory or is it executive body? Now what is statutory and what is executive? Statutory is nothing but there is a backing. ಯಾವ backing ಈಗ? Which backing? What is that? ಯಾವ act? Okay, baritin statutory. Okay, I completely agree. It is statutory body. If it is a statutory body, under which act? ಯಾವ act ಅಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ it is my Aadhaar Act of which year? Aadhaar Act of 2016. Aadhaar Act 2016 or 2016. Aadhaar Act of 2016. Now this Aadhaar Act, this Aadhaar Act, highly important one, it is a highly controversial act. Now why it is controversial? Because this Aadhaar Act has been passed as a money bill. This Aadhaar Act has been passed as a money bill. Now what is money bill? Fast again, money bill andre eno? Yav article? It is 110 clause 1 11 at 10. Second one ಯಾರು ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು? ಯಾರು? ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾರು? Who? Only private. Correct? Both. ನೀವೇ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಕೋಪರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೇಳಿ, ಯಾರದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಒಬ್ರು ಹೇಳಿ. Public? Both? Public. Only public. See, if it is money bill, yaru antandre who can introduce? Only by public. Nothing but government. Nothing but ministers. Only and only ministers. Where can I introduce? Where can I introduce? Only in Lok Sabha. Only in Lok Sabha. Only in Lok Sabha. What about the role of Rajya Sabha here? Rajya Sabha role ಏನಿಲ್ಲ. Only they can delay. Only they can delay for how many days? Only at max 14 ದಿನ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 2 ವಾರ. At max for 14 days they can delay. They can delay. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು ಮನಿ ಬಿಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಂತ? ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ because they did not have numbers in Rajya Sabha. And they introduced in Lok Sabha and they passed with the most majority within Lok Sabha, I can say. Now in 8 point ಇದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. One is can we go for joint setting? Can we go for joint setting? No. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ uniqueness here is there is no joint setting under 108. 108. Second one, what type of majority required? Simple or special? Simple majority. See, ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿದೆ ಏನೇನು ಓದಬೇಕು ನೀವು ಅಂತ. ಇಷ್ಟೇ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲ. ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ that is what type of majority? It is nothing but a simple majority. ಅದು ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ರಾಹುಲ್ ಗಾಂಧಿ ಪ್ರೈಮ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. That is nothing but the government will dissolve. The government will dissolve. Nothing but we need to pass it with what? A simple majority. We need to pass it with simple majority. Simple majority. Third one, who has the authority to decide what is money bill and what is ordinary bill? Is it speaker or president? Speaker. That is deciding authority lies with my presiding officer, majorly the speaker. Last point. What is the concurrence? Introduce madakinta munche, should I need to take the concurrence of President of India? Yes, mandatory concurrence is required. Because I am withdrawing money from CFI. I'll be withdrawing money. None money tagota idini. Taxpayers money will be withdrawing. And that's the reason the President concurrence is mandatory. Last one, assent. Yara assent kodbeko. It is President of India. This President of India will have what all options? Fast. ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ರಿಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಾ? ಓಕೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಬರ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಓದ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ಬೇಕು. 24th amendment. No, that is Constitution Amendment Bill. See, Constitution Amendment Bill, it is mandatory that President of India need to give an assent. Under 24 ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು. With respect to money bill, he will be having only two options. One is either he can accept or he can reject, but he can't send it back. That is suspensive ito manangilla. Only two options. One is either he can give an assent. Nodi ಯಾವ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. All these are basic. I'm saying every year there will be a question on money bill. Yes, intensify ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಡನ್. ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಿಲಿಮ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಬೀಟ್ KPSC ಆಗಲಿ UPSC ಯಾವುದೇ ಓದ್ತೀರಿ, ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ಅರ್ಜೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಈಗ. Yes or no? It is, I can say either he can give an assent or he can reject or he can reject. He can reject, but he can never send back. Only once he can resend. Agala. Okay, that is ordinary bill. That is ordinary bill. Exactly. Following Srikanth, Bharat Kumar. Yes, simple, correct. Okay, done. Homework ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಗೊತ್ತಾ ನೀವು? ಬಿಲ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಬೇಕು. What is ordinary bill? Money bill, Constitution cap bill. That is Constitution Amendment bill. ಮೂರು ಬಿಲ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡಬೇಕು. Yes, sir, financial bill ಬೇಕಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಬೇಡ. At least ಮೂರು ಬಿಲ್ ನೋಡಿ ಹೋಗಿ. Money bill or ordinary bill, money bill, cap bill. Take homework. First one, that is my ordinary bill. Same blueprint follow ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಯಾರು ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಏನಕ್ಕೆ, ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಯಾರು ಅಸೆಂಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, all this. First is ordinary. Second one, already money ಆಗಿದೆ. Finance bill ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ ಹೋಗಿ. Finance bill 1 and 2. Third one, it is my Constitutional Amendment bill. Yes, done. That is Ministry of Electronics. That is Uday, or that is Unique Identification Authority of India. Ministry meeting statutory body because ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಮೂಲಕ ಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಮೂಲಕ ಇವ್ರದ್ದು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ? ಏನು? Their main objective here is, I can say, it is maintaining as well as regulation of this Aadhaar data. ಇದನ್ನು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ ಇವರು. ರೀಸೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಹ್ಯಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು. This data, Aadhaar data has been hacked. ಅದು ಒಪ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೂ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅವರು. ಓಕೆ, ಒಂದ್ ಕೆಲಸ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ವಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಾರೆ. Aadhaar data. Now, okay, ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಬೈತೀನಿ, ಅದನ್ನ ಸೀರಿಯಸ್ ತಗೋಬೇಡಿ. Okay. Now the recent concept it was my masked Aadhaar. Okay. ನೋಡೋಣ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಂಚೆ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಹಾ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾ? ಹಾ 24 ಆಯ್ತು 25. ಹಾ what done for this? Huh. Only one? Okay. Now, the first and foremost one, Aadhaar is a verifiable 12-digit identification number issued by Uday, Government of India, under which ministry? Under METI. It is not a citizenship, not I can say a birth date. First one, okay. This is correct. Yes. Second one, masked Aadhaar implies displaying only the 4 digits. That is first and foremost one. It is first 4 digits of the Aadhaar number and replacing the last 8 digits of the Aadhaar number with some character. What do you think? They've just replaced. Sir, any question on Tandre? Normally in UPSC they'll play this. Interchanging of the statements. Illira dil baratte, allira ashte. It is 4 digits. Take a first and foremost hint. That is, factuals will be always wrong. First and foremost, prelims. Prelims 1. That is factuals. More the factuals being wrong is more. More the factuals being what? Being wrong is more. First one. More the generalistic. More the generalistic. General agidre. Being right is more. Being right is more. Being right is more. Being right is more. More the specific, more the wrong. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನೋಡಿ 4 ಮತ್ತೆ 12 ಇಂಟರ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಮುಗಿತಲ್ಲಿ. Second option, it was wrong. The third one, the masked Aadhaar facility has been in place since the launch of Aadhaar facility. Enappa? Yes or no? Obviously no, it is a recent concept. Which of the following is correct? It is only one is correct. Only one is correct. Okay, alva? Now, here no. Masked Aadhaar. So this masked Aadhaar. This is my normal Aadhaar. All numbers all ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಿದೆ. Whereas here, out of this 12 digits, 8 digits are denoted with, I can say X, Twitter alla. X, some number followed by last 4 digits with exact number. Okay, alva ಹೆಂಗ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಯಾರು ಅಂತ? ಎರಡು ಫೋಟೋನೂ ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಏನೂ ಇರಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ. Yes, highly important one, that is, I can say masked. The first 8 digits has been masked and the last 4 digits has been visible. This we call it as a masked Aadhaar. Okay, alva? Done. Highly important one. This year you can expect a question. This year you can expect a question. Highly important. Okay, alva? Masked Aadhaar is nothing but what? Masked Aadhaar is nothing but the first and the foremost one out of this 12 digits. Out of this 12 digits, 8 digits are being masked. 8 digits are being masked, whereas last 4 digits are it is visible. It is visible. Done. Okay. Now, with respect to citizenship, I'll brush up within 2 seconds. First and foremost one, we have discussed about our which part? Part 2. With respect to part 2 talks about citizenship of India or Indian citizenship. Now, with respect to Indian citizenship, we have a major articles called as, I can say 5 to 11 of part 2. Discuss about citizenship. 5 to 10 majorly discuss about citizenship during the birth or the origination of our Indian constitution. Major one is my article 11. The article 11 talks about it gives the authority to whom? The parliament, not to state legislatures. It provides it to the parliament, not to state legislatures, to frame laws with respect to future citizens. Based on this, the Act of Citizenship Act of 1955 has been brought in. Under this act, we have two major important things. One is my acquiring as well as losing. With respect to acquiring, we have 5 things. One is based on birth, I can say descent, based on, I can say registration, based on naturalization, based on, I can say acquiring of territory. Whereas second major important one is my removal process. How can my citizenship be removed? First and foremost one, ಏನದು ದುರಂಕಾರ ಪಟ್ರೆ ನಂಗೆ ಬೇಡ ಅಂತ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಹೋಗು. Okay, renunciation voluntary. Second one, okay, ಏನದು ತಪ್ಪು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ or if it is violating against the constitution, obviously then also they'll say that okay ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗು, ಪಾಕಿಸ್ತಾನ ಹೋಗು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, or ಅಫ್ಘಾನಿಸ್ತಾನ ಹೋಗು, or else ಇಸ್ರೇಲ್ಗೆ. Yes or no? ಹೋಗಿ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಶೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ತಾರೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. First one is this. Second one, we have two major important, I can say, the newses. One, the first and foremost news, it is my CAA 2019. The first and foremost CAA 2019, what is CAA? It is Citizenship Amendment Act of 2019, which majorly talks about 3 major important things. Ashte. One is my which all countries? 3 countries. That is BAP. Second one, on what basis? On the basis of religion, based on minorities. Hindus, Sikhs, Christians, Buddhists, Jains, and Parsis. That is the MSc, or I can say MSc, Muslims remove madi. They have replaced with it Hindus. Followed by third one, it is my the tenure. The tenure of naturalization has been reduced from 11 years to I can say 5 years. Yes. ನೀವು ಓದಿದ್ರೆ 12 years ಅಂತ ಓದಿರ್ತೀರಾ? ಓದಿದ್ದೀರಾ? What is 12 years then? That is, out of this 11 years ಅಲ್ಲಿ, out of this 14 years, 11 years ಹೆಂಗಾದ್ರೂ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಒಂದ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದಿನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, ಒಂದ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದಿನ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಬಟ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇರಬೇಕು. However, out of this 14 years, 11 years, in ಮಿಕ್ಕಿದ 3 years you can be in foreign also. But last year continuously you should stay in India 360 days before applying registration. Sir, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಪಾಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಓಡಾಡಿರೋದು ಬಂದಿರೋದು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗತ್ತಲ್ವಾ? That has been reduced from 11 years to 5 years. 5 years. Major important one, that is before to 2014. First news. Second news, it is my Aadhaar. Second news, it is my Aadhaar 12-digit number. 12-digit number. First one, it is mine. It is for residents. It is for residents. Yar authority who is regulator? It is Uday. It is Uday. That is unique identification authority of India under MeitY, in which year 2016 under Aadhaar Act of 2016 as a statutory body maintains and regulation of Aadhaar data. Aadhaar data recent agi they have come out with a masked Aadhaar 8+ or 4. 8+4, 8 is I can say masked, whereas 4 is visible. Done. Highly important one. We have discussed about money bill also. Money bill ali article yadu 110. Who can introduce? Only public. Where can I introduce? Only Lok Sabha. Whose permission is required? President permission. Who will decide it as a what bill? Let us speaker. Followed by what majority? Simple majority. What's the role of Rajya Sabha? 14 days max. Delay ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. They can't, I can say, deny. They can delay, but they can never deny. Last one, it is what is the options available to president? Either he can accept or he can reject, but he can never send it back to reconsideration. Yes, but the major important one, if at all, if I'm not able to prove or if I'm not able to pass it with simple majority, next motion barade no confidence motion. Next bill will be no confidence motion. ನಿಯತಾಗಿದ್ದವರಾದ್ರೆ ಅವರೇ ರಿಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Like Bihar CM Tara. Okay. Yes or no? Okay. Illa antandre next motion will be no confidence motion. Nothing but you lost the majority in the house. You lost the majority in the house. Now, common sense question: is no confidence motion mentioned in Constitution? I'm talking about mentioning. Nothing. What is the against constitutional article for this no confidence motion? Okay, Shrikant, I'll focus. Okay, Kannadadalli sir ante. Okay, this is purely English. Ad nan matte innonsati focus marteni. This is purely English. Okay, 70:30 maximum. And even the management has also instructed me the same thing. Okay, I don't have any discussion ಇಲ್ಲಿ. Okay, at max ನಾನು ಅದು ಕೇಳಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ okay, maximum we can go for 70:30. ಅದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು because we are streaming all over the India. But at max ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗಬೇಕು. But ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ? ಬೇರೆ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಸ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್. Okay, but please understand. Okay, if it is ಬೇರೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ I would have ensured. Okay, done. This is with respect to my. Okay, Shrikant, I'll read the questions also. Okay, don't worry. Okay, okay. Now, see, with respect to no confidence motion, the constitutional article derivation is 75, but the concept mentioned agidya sir andre illa. It is not defined, neither mentioned. Whereas the role or the authority is being derived from Article 75. What is Article 75? 75. Huh? Prime Minister appointment. Prime Minister appointment ಗೆ ಏನು ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. Exactly. That is COM responsible to the house. COM responsible to the house. Nothing but they sing together, they swim together. Article 75 derivation article. Done. Okay. Okay, Alva. Next major important one. Next major important. Next part of the palm. That is my part 3. That is my part 3. Now, the first and the foremost one. Now, the first and the foremost one. What is part 3? It is first and the foremost one. It is, I can say, which part? It is my part 3. Second one, yeah, the article. It is 12 to 35. This 12 to 35 has been divided into various groups. Okay, now starting from so 12-13 majorly talks about definition and concept of judicial review. 12 talks about definition of state. 12 talks about definition of, I can say, a state. Second one, 13th one talks about, that is, concept of judicial review. Third one, ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಶುರು ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ರೈಟ್ ಟು ಇಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ. ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದನಪ್ಪ ನೋಡಿ, ಈ ತರ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಮಕ್ಳು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ UPSC ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ರೈಟ್ ಟು ಇಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ? ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? 14 to 18. What is 14 to 18? 14 talks about equality before law and equal protection of law. First one, equality. 15th one talks about, it is prohibition of discrimination in education. Ade prohibition of discrimination in employment idre 16. 14nedu right to equality, or I can say equality before law. 15th one talks about, it is, there should not be discrimination. We should not discriminate in educational institutions based on caste, based on creed, sex, place of birth. 16nedu 16th one talks about employmental discriminate ಮಾಡಬಾರದು. Employment. 17nedu 17th, it is abolition of untouchability. Abolition of untouchability. Abolition of untouchability. Yes, abolition of untouchability. A major important news it is my, I can say 18th. First and foremost 1 year is 18th one. In 18th, recently highest civilian award that is Enapa Bharat Ratna or Bharat Ratna. Okay, it is actually Bharat Ratna. Okay, it is Bharat Ratna, which has been provided to Yargapa. It is for the Jan Nayak, popularly called as Jan Nayak. It is a former CM of Bihar. It is yaru. It is Karpuri Thakur. Expect a question this year. Karpuri Thakur has been provided the highest civilian award. Now the first and foremost doubt here is, sir, Article 18 talks about what? Article 18 talks about major important one here is abolition of inherited titles. Andre ನನ್ನ ಅಪ್ಪನಿಂದ ನಾನು ನನ್ನಿಂದ ನನ್ನ ಮಗ ಅದನ್ನ ಟೈಟಲ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಳಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. But can I take meritorious titles? Yes. Understand us? At us, illy we are abolishing what? We are abolishing inherited titles. Rather, we are encouraging. If we are encouraging what? That is meritorious. I can say the meritorious titles are being encouraged. Examples. That is Bharat Ratna. Example already question ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Is Bharat Ratna a violation of Article 18? No. It is completely valid. It's completely valid because it is provided on meritorious, I can say, basis, or for the meritorious are candidates. Meritorious are candidates. Sir, ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಸರ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ನಮ್ಗೆ ಕೊಡಲ್ವಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ? Okay. One who have done exceptional service. One who have done what? Exceptional service ಮಾಡಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ಯಾರಿಗೆ? Humanityಗೆ. One who have done exceptional service to the society or to the humanity. They are being recognized and they are being awarded. Now coming to this Bharat Ratna, when it has been constituted, ಯಾವಾಗಪ್ಪ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ? Constituted in the year 1954. ಯಾರು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ? By whom? By President of India. Third one it is my what? Third one, why this award? One who have done exceptional service. To whom? To, I can say, humanity or to society. Fourth one, how many awards can be provided in any year? 3 ante. 3 na 5 ah? 5 or 3 na? That is at max 3. At max 3 a per year. At max 3 per year. Okay. At max 3 per year. Now, if that's the case, who is the first recipient of Bharat Ratna? C.V. Raman. Who is the first recipient? Okay, na? Okay, first recipient was in the same year, that is 1954, that is C. Rajagopalachari. Second to Sardar, or I can say Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan. Third one is C.V. Raman. Same year. But first kotiddu, it is by C. Rajagopalachari. Now, who is the youngest recipient of this Bharat Ratna? Sachin. And is the youngest also is the first sports person also. First youngest as well as the first sports person is. Okay, Nam Sachin. Okay. Next, Nim Hitler. Who is the first woman to receive Bharat Ratna? It was Indira Gandhi. The first woman to receive Bharat Ratna. It is my Indira Gandhi. It is Indira Gandhi. And who is the first recipient to receive a posthumously? Yeah, award kodtara? Ha, mat heli, yaru? It is Lal Bahadur Shastri. At the first, I can say recipient to receive a posthumously is my Lal Bahadur Shastri. It is the first posthumously. It is my Lal Bahadur Shastri. Because Yurgu posthumously kotidare adike. Because Karpuri Thakur has been provided posthumously. Has been provided a what? A posthumously. Yes. Okay, lo foreigners kodboda idena Bharat Ratna. Kodboda kodangilva. We can. Mother Teresa has also received this award. That is Bharat Ratna award. That is highest civilian award. Highest civilian award. Now the last major important point. It is my Are we providing this award every year on continuous basis? See, during emergency period, during emergency or during crisis period, we have stopped this. We have stopped at least 5 times. We have stopped during 62, 65, 76, 1991 during crisis. During our crisis. Now, is this Bharat Ratna? Does it include cash? No cash, only medal ashte. Only medal, and this cannot be used either as suffix or as prefix. Marangilla, but other facilities sigata. Like free air travel, bus, embassy in the protection, guest house, ella sigata. There are n number of protections, but you can't use it as a prefix. Other Bharat Ratna, something, and that. Okay, like mask there, something. You can't use. You can't use either a suffix or as I can say prefix, but you will be getting the benefits. You will be getting benefits from whom? The government of India. I said President of India is nothing but what? President of India is nothing but central government. Nothing but Prime Minister. Nothing but Council of Ministers headed by Prime Minister. Okay, Alva. Done. Exactly. Nelson Mandela sikide, and even Mother Teresa also it has received. Done. Okay, Alva. One question solve mana. First, again UPSC question. Discuss smart body. ನೀವೇ solve ಮಾಡಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Okay. ನಂಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ boss. Okay, done. Okay. Now, ಮುಗಿತ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ನಿಮ್ದು entry. Okay, they're asking. Okay. See, question ಅಲ್ಲಿ PPT ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಜಾಗ್ರತೆಯಿಂದ ನೋಡಬೇಕು. There'll be something to learn. Now, the first and foremost one, Bharat Ratna and Padma Awards. Bharat Ratna and Padma Awards are the titles under Article 18 of the Constitution of India. Is it titles? Obviously, no, it is not a titles. This Article 18 talks about only my inherited titles. Andre paramparayinda bartakanta titles ashte. First one. Second one, Padma Awards, which were instituted in the year 1954, were suspended only once ante. Bharat Ratna suspend ಮಾಡಿ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಸತಿ. Common sense. The number of Bharat Ratna is restricted to maximum of 5 in any particular area. Let us all three are all three are incorrect. Nothing but what? Which of the following is not correct? It is my D option is. I can say it is 1, 2, and 3 are not correct. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು replace ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ನೋಡಿ. Strategy work ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? Always factuals will be wrong. Or else I can say as soon as you get factuals, the being wrong is more. The first and foremost basic rule ಗೊತ್ತಾದ್ರೆ minimum 20 questions solve ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರೂ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಇರಲಿ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಚುಯಲ್ ಬಂತಂದ್ರೆ you should identify. First one are not titles. See, Article 18 talks about Article 18 ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ? Article 18 talks about what? Only inherited titles. Inherited titles, and under 18 it's an exception now. What's an exception? This has been given by Supreme Court in 1996. They said that Article 18 includes only and only inherited titles. Andre ಕಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟು ಬರ್ತಾವ titles ಅವು ಕಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟು ಬರೋ titles, so it is not considered titles. ಇದನ್ನ ಅಬೋಲಿಷ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ನಾವು? We need to actually encourage them. Okay ಅಲ್ವಾ? Yes, first one, second one ನೋಡಿ, only ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ wrong. Again, I can say more the specific, being wrong is more. Yes, at least sir ಇದು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ at least you would have gone for 2 and 3 ಅಲ್ವಾ? wrong sir ಅಂತ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ yes sir. ಏನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮು? ಒಂದ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಟಿವ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಓದೋರ್ಗೆ ನೀದರ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಮೋರ್ ನಾಲೆಜಬಲ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಡೇಂಜರಸ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮಂಗೆ ಇವಾಗ ಭಾರತದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ, ಯು ಬಿಕಮ್ ಮೋರ್ ಈಗೋಯಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್. ಗೊತ್ತು ಬಿಡು ನನಗೆ. And at the same time, being lower knowledgeable is also dangerous. ನಂಗೆ ಏನೋ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡಿಮೋಟಿವೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ. And maintain that optimum knowledge is highly difficult. ಈಗ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ನಾಲೆಜ್ ಇದ್ರೂ you should be ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಕಡಿಮೆ ನಾಲೆಜ್ ಇದ್ರೂ you should raise your standards. You should raise your standards, I can say. Yes, done. Okay ಅಲ್ವಾ ಸರ್? ಏನೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು? ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಸಾಕಾ? ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅನ್ಸ್ತಿರ್ತೀನಿ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಸರ್ ಇದನ್ನ ಮಾತ್ರ ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ ನೀವು? ನಿಮ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಸಾಕಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು. ಇದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಇನ್ನು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಅಡಿಷನ್ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, we have set up a team who will be conducting, or I can say will be conducting what? A questions 15 test na ಅವರು questions frame ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, not by me and my team. ಇದು separate team, because ಈಗ ನಾನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, I'll frame questions only whatever I thought. Even logic itkondu, we have set up a second, I can say, a team. They will be, I can say, organizing setting up the complete 15 test papers. 15 tests purely consist of current affairs. 15 tests purely consist of, I can say, current affairs. That is, 15 tests purely focuses on this 365 days. This 365 days, I can say, complete current affairs. From polity, economics, from geography, mapping, ella mix, that is integrated of all the things. Sir, idin madidre saaka andre saaku. Why I'm saying it is, I can say, if it is 15 test into 100 andre eshtayitu, 1500, I can say, questions. 1500 questions plus concepts, that is with recap classes, that is more than sufficient. Sir, illa magazine ಓದ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಓದಿ ಯಾರು ಬೇಡ ಅಂತಾರೆ? ಹೂ ವಿಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್? ಬಟ್ ಏನೇ ದಬ್ಬ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಬರೋದು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ. ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ? ನೀವು ಓದಿರೋ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರಾ? ನೀನ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಓದಿ 100 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಫೇರ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರಾ? ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ? ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಪ್ಯೂರ್ಲಿ, ಸಿ ಅಟ್ ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ನೌ ಆನ್ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಪ್ಯೂರ್ಲಿ ಆರ್ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ಮೇಜರ್ಲಿ ಆನ್ ದ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಸೀರೀಸ್. ಸರ್ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಸರ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಸೀರೀಸ್? ನೀವು ಬೆಳಗಿಂದ ಸಾಯಂಕಾಲ ಓದಿದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಓದ್ತೀರಪ್ಪ? ಒಂದು 10 ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಅಷ್ಟು ಓದಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ನಾವು ಓದೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸಿ ಅಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ರೀಡಿಂಗ್ 10 or 15 ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಸ್. ಬಟ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಅಟೆಂಪ್ಟ್ ಎನಿ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಸೀರೀಸ್, ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ 100 ಥೀಮ್ಸ್ or 100 questions ಇರುತ್ತೆ. 100 questions ಸರ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ನೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಥೀಮ್ಸ್. ಅಟ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ 100 into 4 ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್. 400 ಟಾಪಿಕ್, ದಿನಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಸಾಕು. ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಈಸಿಲಿ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಪ್ರಿಲಿಮ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ನಂಗೆ ಅರ್ಧ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಅರ್ಧ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಇನ್ನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಮೈಂಡಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೋಬಾರ್ದು. ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ನಾಲೆಜ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್, ಐ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಸಾಲ್ವ್. ಥಿಂಕ್ ದಟ್ ಯಾವ್ದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಹೋದಾಗ ವಿಲ್ ಯು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಟು ಥಿಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ನಾನು ಇದು ಓದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ, ಆರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಯು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಟು ಅಟೆಂಪ್ಟ್? See, whatever knowledge you have, you need to attempt with the same knowledge, and that strategy should be followed from day one. You know, test series kuda ashte, even though if you don't know anything, your knowledge how can I crack? That is called a smartness. With the same or with the limited resources, how can I get maximum benefit? ಏನು DC ಆಗ್ತೀರಾ ಅಥವಾ AC ಆಗ್ತೀರಾ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಏನ್ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಸಿಕ್ಬಿಡತ್ತಾ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ? ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಕೂರ್ಸೋದೇನಕ್ಕೆ? ವಿತ್ ದ ಲಿಮಿಟೆಡ್ ರಿಸೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದ ಅಡಿಕ್ವೇಟ್ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ ಆರ್ ಮೋರ್ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್. ಯಸ್, ಹೈಲಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಡೇ ಒನ್ ಇಂದ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್, ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಟುಡೇ ಆರ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಟುಮಾರೋ. ನೋಡಿ, ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಸ್ಯಾಟರ್ಡೇಸ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ದೇಲ್ ಬಿ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಫೇರ್ಸ್. ಸಂಡೇಸ್ ದೇಲ್ ಬಿ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ಪ್ರಿಲಿಮ್ಸ್ ಆ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಸೀರೀಸ್. ಇದನ್ನ ಮ್ಯಾಂಡೇಟರಿ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಎಸ್, ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ತಗೊಂಡ್ ಬನ್ನಿ, ನೋಡೋಣ ಎಷ್ಟೆಷ್ಟು ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತಿದೆ, ಹೌ ಮಚ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅಟೆಂಪ್ಟೆಡ್, ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ರಾಂಗ್, ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್, ನಾಟ್ ಅಟೆಂಪ್ಟೆಡ್, ವೈ ಆರ್ ಯು ನಾಟ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಅಟೆಂಪ್ಟ್. ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ? ಸಿ, ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಅಪ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯು. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಬೇಕು ಹೇಳಿ, ನನ್ನ ಕೇಳಿ, ನಾನು ಕೊಡಿಸ್ತೀನಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ನೀವು ಓದ್ಬೇಕಷ್ಟೇ. ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ? ನಿಮ್ ಮೆಂಟರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಬೇಕಾ ಹೇಳಿ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಯೇಷನ್ ಬೇಕಾ ಮಾಡಿಸೋಣ. ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಸೆಟ್. ಬಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಯು ಗೈಸ್ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಸೆಟ್. ಬಟ್ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ ಕೂತು ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ? ಎಸ್, ಬಟ್ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ನೌ ಆನ್ minimum you should attempt at least 30 tests by a prelims. By prelims April end ಅಷ್ಟರಲ್ಲಿ ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ 30 ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ನನ್ 30 ಅಂದ್ರೆ 3000 ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್, 3000 ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಸಿನಾಪ್ಸಿಸ್. ಏನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾ, ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕ್ರೌಡ್ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ನೋಡಿ, ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದ್ರು. ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ, ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಈಗ. ಓಕೆ, ಹಾ, ಓಕೆ. ಸಿ, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ಸಿ, ಹೂ ಕ್ಯಾನ್, ಯಾರು ನಾಮ ಇಟ್ಟಿ ಭಕ್ತಿ ಬರ್ಸಕ್ ಸಾಧ್ಯ? ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಮೋಟಿವೇಟ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್. ನೋ ಒನ್ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್ ಯು ಬಾಸ್. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಅವ್ರವರೇ ಬಿಸಿಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಕಮ್, ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಮೀಟ್ ಅಸ್, ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಟಾಕ್ ವಿತ್ ಅಸ್. ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಮಾತಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಬೀಟ್ ಎನಿ ಫ್ಯಾಕಲ್ಟೀಸ್, ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ತಾನೆ. ಮಾತಾಡಿ, ಸರ್ ಇದು ಆಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕೆ ಆಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳಬೇಕು. ಒಂದು 6 ಗಂಟೆಗಲ್ಲ, ಸರ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಆಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಡೀಸೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಸೇ, ಸರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಫೇಸಿಂಗ್, ವಾಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಐ ಡೂ ಫಾರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ರಿಲಿಮ್ಸ್. ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫೆಬ್ರವರಿ ಮಾರ್ಚ್ ಕ್ಲೀನಾಗಿ ಓದ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾವಾಗ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಆಗಲ್ವೋ, ಸರ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಸರ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅಟೆಂಪ್ಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ಲಾ ಸರ್, ಕೊಡು, ನನ್ಗೇನಂತೆ. ನಾನು ಅದು ಒಂದೇ ರೀಸನ್ ಹೇಳೋದು. ಸಿ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಷನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್. ಇದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ನೀನ್ ಡಬಲ್ ಓದ್ಬೇಕು. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ದಿನಾನೇ ಹುಷಾರ್ ತಪ್ಪದು. ಅವ್ರು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಟ್ಯಾಬ್ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ ಏನೋ, ಜ್ವರ ಬರ್ಲಿ, ನೆಗಡಿ ಬರ್ಲಿ, ಕೆಂಬರ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ. ಹಾ, ಓಕೆ, ಡನ್. Yes, done. I can say there'll be validation also with this 15 test in this recap program. I'll be purely focusing on I can say validation, and this is done by not by me, and this is done by I can see our second team with respect to focusing on purely current affairs. Done. On separate classes agli, and we'll be focusing on this also, test also. Yes, schedule ಕಳಿಸ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಎಲ್ಲ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿಸ್ 15 ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇಷ್ಟು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಮೋರ್ ದನ್ ಸಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್ ಅಪ್ಪ. ದ 60 hours ಪ್ಲಸ್ 15 to 2 30 hours ನಾವು ನೋಡಿ ಕ್ಲೀನ್ ಆಗಿ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ. ಪ್ಲಸ್ 10 hours ಆಫ್ ರಿವಿಷನ್, 10 hours ಆಫ್ ರಿವಿಷನ್ 15 ಕಳಿಸ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. 10 hours ಆಫ್ ರಿವಿಷನ್, that will be more than sufficient. Those 100 hours ಅಲ್ಲಿ you will be getting how many marks? At least 40 questions ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ 80 marks. Decently it is good, I'm literally saying. Decently, ನಂಗೆ 100 ಬೇಡ ಬಾಸ್, ನಂಗೆ 80 ಸಾಕು. ನಂಗೆ 80 ಬೇಡ, 50 ಸಾಕು. 50% of your qualifying sufficient. Yes, done. Highly important one. Just on ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ focus ಮಾಡಿ, be serious also. ಮತ್ತೆ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಫೇರ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಸರ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಲಿಟರಲಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಹೈಲಿ ಇಂಪಾಸಿಬಲ್. Yes, you can escape from me but not from current affairs. Okay, done. Okay, this is my first and foremost one. It is my article 18 alva. Next one, second major important one. The second major important one we have discussed about, I can say 14 to 18. First one, that is right to equality. And the second major important one, it is my right to freedom. First and foremost one, which articles? First and foremost, which article? 19 to 22. 19 to 22. What is 19? What is 19? 19 talks about what? That is right to freedom of speech and expression. Freedom of speech and expression. Right to freedom of speech and expression. If right to freedom of speech and expression ide antandre, can I talk whatever I want? Can I talk anything against government? Can I talk? Major one here is, it is whatever the rights which has been given, it is not absolute. Rather it is what? Restricted. What the first and foremost one? It is first one you discuss about which article? 12 to 35. Second one, which part? Part is part 3. Third one, this fundamental rights has been taken up from which country? It is USA. Fourth one, what is the objective? Objective ಏನಪ್ಪ fundamental rights do? Political. Okay. What? It is achieving political democracy. Whereas social and economical one, yaudike? That is DPSP. Objective, it is my achieving political democracy. Political democracy. Fifth one, what are the salient features? Idರಲ್ಲಿ first and foremost salient feature ಯಾವುದು? It is justiciable in nature. Now what do you mean by justiciable? When there is a violation of individual rights, we can approach directly Supreme Court under which article? Under 32, article 32, that is writs. Second one, fundamental rights are not absolute, rather they are sacrosanct. It is not absolute, rather they are what? Are sacrosanct. Andre there will be limited restrictions also. There will be restrictions also. Third major important one, that is major important salient feature, it is my achieving my civic and political rights. Political and my civic rights are being achieved. Fourth one, can we amend this fundamental rights? Can we amend? Yes or no? But conditionally. Without changing the basic structure, we can amend this fundamental rights also without touching my basic structure. Now what is basic structure? Yaar gottu. It is not defined. Rather it is updating continuous basis. On continuous basis by, I can say, Supreme Court. It is updating on, I can say, continuous up basis. Highly one Eastern input control, it is more than sufficient with respect to fundamental rights. Fundamental rights, first one article, part taken from USA, followed by objectives, political democracy, or I can say achieving my individual rights. It is positive for individual, negative for yaar kya hai? It is positive for individual, negative yaar kya hai? Negative for government ala state kya hai? State includes my executive, legislature, and judiciary also. State includes all the three, whereas government andre, it is only executive. It is only government, there's nothing but executive, one part of legislature, executive, and judiciary. Legislature, executive, and I can say judiciary. Exactly state? Yes. Okay. Done. It is individual rights, whereas societal rights in the bandre, DPSP. Societal rights is my DPSP. Now, sir, ಎಷ್ಟು types of classifications are fundamental rights ಅಲ್ಲಿ? Total 7 ಇತ್ತು. 7, one was removed. One was removed. That is right to property. ಯಾವಾಗಪ್ಪ? 44th Constitutional Amendment Act 1978. ಇಷ್ಟೇ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು. ಎಷ್ಟು ಗೊತ್ತಾದ್ರೆ ಮುಗ್ದೈತೆ ಕತೆ. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ನಾಟ್ even single question they'll ask at max is this. ಓಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? Yes, I'll revise. See, ಆಗದೇ ಇರೋರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ 235. Second one, which part? Part 3. Part 3 is taken up from USA. Fourth one, it is my objectives. Objective is my individual rights or political rights has been achieved. Followed by salient features, it is justiciable nature. Second one, it is my absolute or sacrosanct. Ishtun matra revision ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, last revision. Followed by political and civic rights has been ensured. It is amendable, but without touching the basic structure which has been given in under Keshwananda Bharti case of 1973. Followed by positive for individuals, negative for the state. Negative for the state. Followed by the 6th classification or 7th classification has been reduced to 6 by removing. That is 31, Article 31. Article 31, that is right to property, has been removed or has been dropped and has been added under which article? 300A. Now it has been added as a constitutional right rather than as a fundamental rights. Rather than as a fundamental right. Followed by I can say 44th Constitutional Amendment Act of 1978. 1978. Yes. Last question ಕೇಳೋದಾದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ writ jurisdiction of High Court and Supreme Court. ಯಾರ್ದು largest? High Courts is largest than Supreme Courts. Under Article 32 it is narrower, whereas under Article 226 it is broader, which can take up both my fundamental rights as well as violation of Constitution. Whereas Article 33 only and only you can approach Supreme Court for violation of fundamental rights. For violation of what? Fundamental rights. Whereas 226 226 High Court has the authority to issue writs. What type of writs? Both for violation of Constitution as well as for violation of fundamental rights. Nothing but the writ jurisdiction is broader than I can say Supreme Court. Yes, highly important one. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ first one ಆಯ್ತು. Second it is my right to freedom 19 to 22. 19 to 22 we discussed. 19 is nothing but right to freedom of speech and expression. 20 ಏನು? What is 20? That is protection of the persons during I can say a conviction. During conviction. Here we have three major important things. Enenappa? One is no ex post facto law. No ex post facto law. Enappa ex post facto law ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕ್ರಿಮಿನಲ್ ವೈಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಇಂದಿನ ದಿನದಿಂದ ಮಾಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. That is nothing but think that this is 3rd February. 3rd February. ನಾನು ಮನೆಯಿಂದ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದೆ ಅರ್ಜೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಗುದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟೆ ಯಾರಿಗೋ. ಓಕೆ, now think that in my urgency I have hit and ಆರಾಮಾಗಿ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನಾನು. ಓಕೆ, ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ, ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಗುದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, and now under which law can I be convicted? A law which is already effective from day 3rd. ನನಗೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಪನಿಷ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು, ನಾನು ಡಿ ಕೆ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ he can't make a law from back date. He can't make a law from back date. That is nothing but no retrospective law, and this no retrospective law or no ex post facto law applies only to criminal cases. ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, this applies only to criminal cases. So civil rights ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಾ, civil laws ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಾ? Yes, we can. For paying of taxes we can. First one, Second one, no double jeopardy. Double ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಈಗ ನಾವು ಗುದ್ದಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಒಂದು ಕೇಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಷ್ಟೇ ನನಗೆ, ಒಂದು ಶಿಕ್ಷೆ. It is a single punishment for single violation. That is no double jeopardy. But does it include department enquiries? ಈಗ ಅಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಕೇಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನನಗೆ ಅಕಾಡೆಮಿ ಅವರು ಒಂದು ಪನಿಷ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದಾ? ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು. Yes, obviously yes. It does not include departmental punishments. It does not include departmental punishments. Last one, it is no self-incrimination. Highly sakkat important news. So it is idinna discuss ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ. It is no self-incrimination. Self-incrimination ಅಂದ್ರೆ it is exactly on against my case, I can't be the witness and no one can force me also. If that is the case, can I take up fingerprints? Can I take iris scan? Can I take your handwriting? Is it violation of self-incrimination? No. But what about if I take you under narco analysis? What is it? It is exactly first and foremost one. Idan news alli irodu. Recently Delhi High Court has said that. Delhi High Court, and this has been upheld by even Supreme Court also, has said that narco analysis, what? It is a violation of what? Violation of my Article 20. Violation of my Article 20. Now, ನನಗೆ ನಾರ್ಕೋ ಅನಾಲಿಸಿಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈಗ ನಾನು ಏನೋ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ. Can it be evidence? Can it be evidence during narco analysis, or I can say during narco test? Obviously, narco analysis can never be a evidence also under Evidence Act. Or Bharatiya Saksha Bill alli or Bharatiya Saksha Act alli, it can never be an evidence also. Ella rename agide. Now, it is not an evidence. Sir, ಈಗ ನಾರ್ಕೋ ಅನಾಲಿಸಿಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಟ್ರೂತ್ ಸಿರಮ್ ಅಂತ ಇಂಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಟ್ರೂತ್ ಸಿರಮ್ ಯಾವುದು? It is sopramine. Seriously? Yes sir, it is a sodium pentothal. Highly important one. Sodium pentothal. It is nothing but sodium pentothal. It is nothing but a truth serum has been injected. A truth serum inject ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನಾನು ಎಲ್ಲ ನಿಜ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಾ? ಕೆಲವು ರೂಪಾಯಿ ತರ ಇರ್ತಾರಲ್ವಾ? Yes or no? Yes, it is not 100% accurate. I can say 80% will be accurate. 80% will be accurate by injecting sodium pentothal. Sodium pentothal has been injected to I can say to get the evidence, but this is not an evidence. Even basis mal they will investigate. Adadme investigate ಮಾಡಿ evidence ತಂದು they'll prove. And this has said that it is a violation of my Article 20. Article 20 self-incrimination alli you can never go for what? You can never go for, I can say, the narco analysis, or I can say a truth serum. Yes, done. Highly important. One question solve ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? Solve this. Exactly, Uttam. Yes. See? Okay. Highly important one. Consider the following statements. A truth serum is used in narco analysis. Sodium pentothal is used as a truth serum, which is about the correct. Andre, it is both 1 and 2 are correct. 1 and 2 are correct. Okay. Coming back to the same content. Next one, 20 I2. What is 21? 21. It is 21 talks about Article 21 talks about what? It is right to life and liberty. Right to life and liberty. This is considered to be what? This article is considered to be a comprehensive article of fundamental rights. Comprehensive article as well as the fundamental article also. Comprehensive article as well as the fundamental article also. Okay, alva. This is a comprehensive as well as I can say fundamental article which cannot be violated. Which cannot be violated by Yaru. Which cannot be violated by even the state also. Even the state and state government Allah. It is as simple as all the branches. It includes executive, legislature, judiciaries. It is considered to be heart or fundamental aspect of, I can say, the complete rights. Complete rights. Last article, 22. What is Article 22? Highly important one. What is Article 22? Protection during arrest and detention. Protection during arrest and detention. Under preventive detention anta. First one is arrest. While arresting, what are the rights available to me? First and the foremost one, I need to be provided the right to consult my lawyer. Yes or no? Lawyer consult madak bidbek nanna. It is right to consult the lawyer should be I can say allowed. First one. Second one here is within 24 hours. Within 24 hours. Is it including a transportation or excluding one? It is excluding. It excludes my transportation time. Within 24 hours ali nearest magistrate hatra ತಗೊಂಡೋಗಬೇಕು. Karnataka ಇಂದ Andhra Pradesh ತಗೊಂಡೋದಲ್ಲ. Yes or no? It is nearest magistrate. If it is Bengaluru, it is nearest magistrate. You need to produce before. ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ? ನಾನು FIR ಫೈಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗಿದೆ 24 ಗಂಟೆ ತಾನೆ. ನಾನು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ FIR ಫೈಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. Yes or no? ಆರಾಮಾಗಿ ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆಡಬಹುದಲ್ಲ ಇವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ. Yes. See, various illegal activities are happening with respect to this. I can say legal matters also. That is excluding, I can say transportation time or excluding, I can say traveling time also. Traveling at time. This is with respect to the protection which has been given during normal arrest. During normal arrest, what about second one? Second one, during detention. During detention, ಯಾವ ತರ ವಾಟಲ್ ನಾಗರಿಸ್ತಾರ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಅನ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು they'll arrest and they'll put it in jail. They'll arrest and they'll put it in jail. That is before to any mishappenings. Before to any mishappenings. Whereas ಇಲ್ಲಿ after mishappening, ಏನೋ ತಪ್ಪಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ. Whereas here it is before to mishappening. And we can put it in jail ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ? That is, I can say less than 3 months. Less than 3 months. Either we can extend to 6 months under Terrorist Act. TADA. Okay, under a TADA Act. Under TADA Act, but constitutionally it is 3 months. Constitution, it is 3 months. Done. And this 1 hour under detention, they does not enjoy what? They does not enjoy the arrest rights which have been provided under Article 22. Article 22. Okay, alva. Now what is Article 23? What is Article 23? It is right against exploitation. 23 and 24. 23 and 24. What is 23 and 24? See, ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ exam ಅಲ್ಲಿ this they'll confuse it with Article 17. Article 17 ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? Article 17 comes under right to equality, whereas 23 that is exploitation, forced labor as well as human trafficking. 23 human trafficking, forced labor, or I can say beggar comes on Article 23, whereas 24 talks about against abolition of child labor less than 14 years of age. Less than 14 years of age. Already UPSC question, direct question. Direct UPSC question. Done. Followed by right to freedom of religion. 25 to 28. 25 to 28. We are providing rights to individuals, communities, as well as for minorities. Minorities also we are providing under Article 25-28. Neನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ sir, minorities ಬರಲ್ವಾ ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರಿಗೂ ಬರತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. 25 to 28, which includes majorly what? That is right to freedom of religion. That is a practicing, profess, expression. But it majorly does not include forced conversions. Major important one here is it does not include a forced conversions. News ella idavella. It does not include my what? My forced conversions. Does not include my forced conversions. Next one, article yadappa? Cultural and educational rights. 29 and 30. 29 and 30 ಏನು? What is 29 and what is 30? First, protection of cultural and linguistic minorities. Okay, educational rights. Recently, MUKS. Recently, as simple as that, cultural and educational rights. This 29 talks about cultural protection of minorities, whereas 30 talks about educational rights. Sir, ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ 29 majorly talks about any minorities, majorly linguistic minorities. Majorly linguistic minorities, we need to conserve the language, the script, ella. But 30 important news alida AMU case. What is the judgment given up by? What was given up by? Does AMU? What is AMU? That is Aligarh Muslim University. Aligarh Muslim University was considered to be a minority institution under Article 30. But can they admit only minorities? Can they admit only minority students? But ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲಿ? That is, majority can be minorities, but that does not mean that they need to only admit minority, you can say personalities, or minority children's, or I can say minority background people. They need to encourage other peoples also. ಈಗ AMU ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, who has established the AMU? That is Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. That is the first and the foremost one. It is my Aligarh Muslim University. Aligarh Muslim University, when it has been established, it is 1875 ಅಲ್ಲಿ 10 ವರ್ಷ ಹಿಂದಕ್ಕೆ 1885 ಗಿಂತ. It is 1875. Second one by whom? Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. Next one, what was his ideology towards? What was the ideology? What is the ideology? It is Western education. It is mix of both. My Islamic theology, and Urdu, majorly my Islamic theology in Urdu. And second major important one, he also focused on providing education in which language or in which languages. That is, even in modern education, he encouraged providing not only the Islamic theology and even in modern education as well. Even in modern education as well. Highly important one, the Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. Next one, highly important one. And even Supreme Court has also said that January verdict was you can employ only 8%, 30% from Islamic background or Muslim background, but rest 70% should be opened it up to, that is all the different communities, or else you will lose minority status. You will lose minority educational status under Article 30. You will lose what? Minority educational status under Article 30. Highly important one. Yes. Followed by 31 we have dropped. What is 31? Article 31. It is right to property. Right to property na Article 31 na remove ಮಾಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕಿದೀವಿ. It is 300A ನಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿದೀವಿ. 300A, nothing but we have removed fundamental rights. We have removed fundamental rights and we have added it as a constitutional right. Constitutional ಇದೆಲ್ಲ constitutional right. Under which article or which amendment? 44th already UPSC question. 44th Constitutional Amendment Act. Yes. See, ishte odbeku ನೀವು, you should revise only this much. Done. Now with respect to 300A, 300A talks about what? That is legal protection of, I can say, the right to property. Legal protection of right to property. Now ಏನು ಸರ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, you can approach High Court also. You can approach High Court under Article 226 for violation. ಏನಾದ್ರು ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಕಿತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ನ ನನಗೆ ಕೊಡು ಅಂತ, you can approach where? You can approach where? You can approach, I can say, High Court under red jurisdiction, that is Article 226. Article 226. 31 ಇದ್ದಿದ್ರೆ I could have directly approached Supreme Court. ಬಾ ನೋಡ್ತೀನಿ ಹಬ್ಬ ಬಿಡಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ. Okay, now High Court. That is High Court. That is Article 226 for their violation. Last one, highly important article. Which article? That is Article 32. In Article 32. Article 32 is called as what? I can say major important article with respect to. See, without Article 32, all the different articles of fundamental rights will become null and void. Use illa. And that articles has been provided via, I can say, writs. ಎಷ್ಟು writs ಇದಾವಪ್ಪ? 5. ಯಾವ್ದು? Second one, third one. First one, it is my habeas corpus. Habeas corpus andre get the body. That is nothing but get the body before magistrate. Get the body before magistrate, either dead or alive. Yes, ತಂದು ತೋರಿಸ್ಬೇಕು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ. Yes, normal ಆಗಿ ಲೈವೇ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಸತ್ತೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ then also you should bring get the body. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಇಲ್ಲ get the live body ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಿತ್ತಲ್ಲ. Obviously, if it is live, okay, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರು ಸಾಯಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Second one is my mandamus. Mandamus is nothing but we are mandating to do the work. Mandamus is nothing but we are mandating to do the work. We are mandating to do the work. That is, we mandate. Who will mandate? That is, people will mandate. People will mandate to do what? To do his duty. Duty idre matra. To do his duty. And discretion idre. If it is discretion, is it an obligation to do the work? It is exception here is if it is discretionary. If it is discretionary in nature, it is not obligation to do the work. Second one. Third one, it is prohibition and certiorari. It is prohibition and certiorari. This is majorly related to judiciary. Now, if the judiciary is outreaching its, I can say, jurisdiction in the Supreme Court or top level authorities will prohibit delay. They'll stop. Whereas in certiorari, they need to transfer the file to the top authorities. They need to transfer the file to upper authorities. Sarang input the PC. PC is majorly related to, I can say, judiciary. Majorly related to judiciary. Already example question kelidare. Already there was a question that is prohibition and certiorari. It is related to judiciary and quasi-judicial authorities. Quasi-judicial authorities. Quasi andre half judiciary. Quasi-judicial authorities like CAT. like SAT. SAT andre? It is Central Administrative Tribunal. SAT is nothing but the State Administrative Tribunal. All the violations of central, the government officers, excluding army officials, they need to reach a CAT for resolving their disputes. In the same manner, state administrative tribunals. Ine tondre adre ದುಡ್ಡು ಬರ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, pension ಇಲ್ಲ, ಏನೋ dismiss ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, debar ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, all the different disputes are being handled by this CAT and SAT. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ದುಡ್ಡು ರೆಡಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರಿ ಕೊಡಿ ಅಷ್ಟು. CAT and SAT. Last one it is my co-warranto. Last one is my co-warranto. What is co-warranto? It is co-warranto is nothing but what right do you have to hold a particular office? What right do you have to hold particular office? Think an example of ನಾನು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು DC chairman ಕೂತ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ. Yes or no? Now, can any personality file a case against me? Yes, obviously, because they can question me saying that ಏನಪ್ಪ ನಿಂಗೆ ರೈಟು, ಯಾಕೆ ಕೂತಿದ್ಯಾ, ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾವ ಇವರು. Yes or no? It is co-warranto. ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದಾ ಸರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. It is what authority you have to hold a particular office. It is as simple as that, to remove illegal persons holding a particular public office. To remove, I can say the persons who are holding public office. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಗ್ದೋಯ್ತಲ್ವಾ, ಮತ್ತೆ 12 ರಿಂದ 35 ಅಂತ ಬರ್ಸಿದೀವಿ. Why 12 to 35? What is 33, 34, 35? It is 33. Exactly. Ranjan, Bharat, exactly, great. Okay, Shrikant, yes. Sana, yes, exactly. Shrikant, like Mallama, yes. Okay, done. Yes, exactly. Does not enjoy protection. Exactly, done. It is my 33, 34 and 35. 33, 34, 35. This three articles talks about first and the foremost one which talks about what? That is limitations which has been put on government officers. Government officer already ಬಂದು ಮಾತಾಡಬಹುದಾ? Can they talk against their own government? Obviously no. And that restriction is enjoyed under 33, 34, 35. First and foremost one, it is, I can say, restrictions by, I can say, government officers. It can be center, it can be state. First one. Second one, sir, when there will be restrictions? Obviously IAS officers Allah, including all the citizens are being restricted during martial law as enforced. Martial law iddaga all the fundamental rights can be curbed except 20 and 21. Except 20 and 21. adne togobitri enante. Right to life you can't. The third one talks about who has the authority to make laws related to fundamental rights. Is it parliament or state legislature? Only parliament as what? Only parliament has the authority to make laws, but not state legislative assemblies. But not the state legislative assemblies. Okay, alva? Done? One thought summarize marna. Whatever we discussed. One thought miscellaneous ನೋಡೋಣ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. First and the foremost one, we have discussed about the part 3. With respect to part 3, it talks about fundamental rights, articles 12 to 35, followed by what is the objective? Objective, it is achieving my political democracy or achieving individual rights. community rights alla. Community rights are achieved by DPSP. Ili political rights, whereas social and economic democracy are being achieved by DPSP. Followed by, from where we have borrowed this concept of our fundamental rights, we call it as USA. We have taken it from USA. Followed by salient features. First and foremost one, it is not absolute, rather it is sacrosanct with limitations. With limitations. Second one, is it permanent? Is it permanent? Obviously no. During martial law, we can remove this right also, except 20 and 21. Except 20 and 21. Now third one, which right is exclusively enjoyed by citizens? Which right is exclusively enjoyed by citizens of India? 15? Really, 5 total. It is exclusively enjoyed by citizens. That is 15, 16, 19, 29, 30. 15, 16, 19, 29 and 30. So how to remember? Couples. Okay. 20 and 30, 15, 16. Adadme ido 20. Intara single. Okay. Exactly. 15, 16, 19, 29 and 30. Exactly. Yes. Sir, illa sir, no single illa. Another ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ನಮಗೆ ಏನಂತೆ. Yes sir. Yes, first one. And all other rights. This is enjoyed exclusively by our citizens. Exclusively enjoyed by citizens. And rest, it is applicable for both Indian citizens as well as, I can say, foreigners. Or as simple as residents of India. Residents of India and Niliroru. And out of this residents of India, a subgroup called as citizens. Now citizens, ತೋರಿಸಿ ನೋಡ ಏನಿದೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಎವಿಡೆನ್ಸ್. ಆಧಾರ್ ಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಈಗ. ವೋಟರ್ ತೋರಿಸಿ. ವೋಟರ್ ಐಡಿ ಸಿಟಿಜನ್ಶಿಪ್ ಪಕ್ಕಾ? Yes. Voter ID is considered to be a citizenship because voting rights, it has been enjoyed only by Indians. What about NRIs? Does they enjoy voting rights? No sir. See, NRIs ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, non-resident Indians. ಪಾಪ ಅವ್ರು ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. If they are residing out of the country for 182 days or 6 months out of the country, they are called as NRIs. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ ನೀನ್ ಪಾಪ. ಓಕೆ, ಅವ್ರು ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇದರ ಅವ್ರ ಹೆಂಡ್ತಿನೋ ಅವ್ರ ಕೀಪೋ ಯಾರೋ ವೋಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ ಡನ್. ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಅದು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ನಾವು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ. ವಿ ಆರ್ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡಿಂಗ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಫಾರ್ NRIs ಪೋಸ್ಟಲ್ ವೋಟಿಂಗ್ as well as alternative voting also. ಈಗ ಆರ್ಮಿ ಅವರು ಬಂದು ವೋಟ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ವಲ್ಲ. Postal voting normally government officers ಗೆ and even army also. But NRI ಗೆ extend ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ there are discussions. But ನೋಡೋಣ ECL what are different reforms, we'll see. Now, but ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ already. We can vote. Okay alವಾ? Next one. First one, it is my salient features only. First one, it is not, I can say it is not absolute, rather it is sacrosanct. It is neither permanent. It is only permanent ಯಾವುದು? 20 and 21 ಎರಡೇ. 20 and 21 followed by a few articles which are exclusively enjoyed by citizens. That is 15, 16, 19, 29, 30. And all of the rights which have been exclusively or which has been enjoyed by all the residents. Followed by, it is justiciable in nature. It has been justiciable in nature. Followed by, fundamental rights are being classified into, I can say 7 things in my original constitution. Now it has been removed one. One is right to property has been dropped. Right to property has been dropped. Next, equality note 14 to 18. Right to freedom 19 to 22. 23 and 24, right against exploitation. Fourth one, right to religion, cultural and educational rights 20 and 30. 31 dropped. 32 it is writs. 33, 34, 35, it is the restrictions which has been given it to whom? It is the army officials as well as for the government officers. Okay, alva? Done. And also we have discussed about Bharat Ratna, Article 18, we have discussed about Article 19, 22, majorly current affairs. Next major current affairs or the miscellaneous, I can say miscellaneous one. It is I can say 124A. What is 124A? Section 124A. It is sedition. Section 124A. 124A of, I can say, Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. Yeah, no, IPC. As simple as that. IPC. We'll discuss about IPC also, but no, now first we'll discuss about IPC. We'll discuss about CRPC. We'll discuss about Evidence Act also. Now the following question keltare. Now coming to this. A section 124A, we call it as what? We call it as sedition. Direct question. First one is sedition. The second major important one. Sir, what constitutes sedition? Is it talking against government constitutes sedition? If government sari illa annade tappa. Mateno, what is sedition? Okay. Again, this has been derived from Article 19, Clause 2, restrictions. The restrictions which have been enjoyed by individuals against freedom of speech and expression. If this freedom of speech and expression is leading to breakdown of government machinery, then government can put you under sedition. N number of journalists, n number of opposition parties has been put under, I can say, sedition bar. Sedition a bar in the name of 124A. That is, I can say, colonial laws. And even Supreme Court also, in various situations, they have said that what? Why are they not removing sedition? Because it is a colonial law. It is a colonial law. It is a colonial law because it is IPC 1860. But this law, even till today, we are following. Sir, idral sedition hakadre, what will be the, I can say, negatives? What will be the negatives? Will there be bail? Bail sigata? It is non-bailable. First and foremost one here is, it is non-bailable. First and foremost one here is non-bailable offense. Second one, government job ko mate. Obviously no, because you have done something mishappenings against the government. Obviously, second major important one, no government job also. Idikinta major important enappa antandre nimdu passport kitkoತಾರೆ. That is, the passport will be I can say acquired by government, majorly Amit Shah. That is Ministry of Home Affairs. Now, what the punishment under this sedition, sir? Punishment can be from 3 years to life imprisonment. 3 years to life imprisonment. 3 years to life imprisonment. Highly important. 19 clause 2. See, 19 clause 1 ali nam rights kodtare. 2 ali yavattuno it is always, I can say, restrictions. Adine heltivalva, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಿತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ. Getting fundamental rights ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ತೋರಿಸೋದಂಗೆ ಈ ಸಖತ್ ರೈಟ್ಸ್ ಇದಾವೆ ಅಂತ. ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರೈಟ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಫ್ರೀಡಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಪೀಚ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಬಟ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಗೇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾತಾಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಯಾರ ಅಗೇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೇಕು? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮನೇಲೂ ಮಾತಾಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಮಾತಾಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಸರ್ ನಾವೇ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾ? ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ 21 ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹುಚ್ಚರಾಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ. Okay. Again, that is a major challenge which has been criticized by a number of political experts also. That is, at one go you are providing protection, at the same time you are restricting or you are curbing. What is national security? What is defense? What is the health of the country? No definition. Just adukoskara recently a report which has been released by, I can say, the British Union Economic Intelligence Unit. They have put India under a flawed democracy. Into democracy ne alla anta. Okay. ಅದನ್ನ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ they won't go for investigation ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಹಂಗ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತ, but they'll criticize the report itself. ಇದು ಸರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನೀವು ಏನಾರು ಮಾಡಿದೀರಾ. Yes or no? That's the challenge. Okay, now section 124A, which talks about sedition, that is with respect to my, I can say, IPC 1860. IPC 18, I can say 60, about this article 19 clause 12, alin tagondidೀವಿ, followed by negatives as non-bailable, followed by second one, it is my, you need to resign from government job, idrunu dismiss agade, followed by the major important one is, it is your passport will be taken up by the government, followed by, it is the prison, that is imprisonment, that is from 3 years to, I can say, life imprisonment. Life imprisonment. Okay, Alva, this is my first and foremost one. Second major important one, it is my criminal reforms. It is my criminal reforms. What is my criminal reforms? The first and foremost one, recently, expect a question on this. The first and foremost one, IPC 1860. First and foremost one, मैं तो following questions रहते हैं. This IPC, what is IPC? Indian Penal Code 1860. Indian Penal Code 1860 has been replaced with Nyaya Sanhita Act. Bill Allah, it is an act. President has also given assent also. It is Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita Act of which year? 2023. Act of 2020. First one. This is my first important bill. Second important bill. It is my Indian Evidence Act of 1872. Indian Evidence Act. Evidence ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? That is a ಸಾಕ್ಷ್ಯ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಭಾರತೀಯ ಅಂತ ಹಾಕಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಗೊತ್ತಾ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ? Okay. It is Bharatiya a Saksha Act. Saksha Act of 2023. Saksha Act of 2023. Second one. The third one, a criminal procedure. That is code of criminal procedure has been replaced by Bharatiya what? Janata Party alla. It is Nagarika no alla, Nagarik. Kannada tara Kannada. Nagarik Asuraksha Sanhita. It is Nagarika or Nagarik Suraksha Asanhita Act. There'll be for sure, there'll be by the following questions. First and foremost one, IPC 18. IPC, who is considered as the introduction of IPC? Who is the father of IPC? It is Thomas Macaulay. Thomas Macaulay drafted this complete IPC in 1860, but came into effect after 2 years. Came into effect in 1862. But these three reforms has been replaced by, I can say, a various 3 acts. One is my first and foremost one. It is my Nyaya, I can say, it is Sanhita Bill 2023. Second one, it is Saksha Bill, Evidence 1872. Followed by last one, it is a Code of Criminal Procedure, that is 1973, has been replaced with Nagarika. That is Nagarika Asuraksha. That is Nagarika Suraksha Asanhita Act of 2023. Now, sir, istella kate okay. Yenen changes ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ sir? What are the changes they are bringing with respect to this, I can say, different bills? First and foremost one, they are removing obsolete laws. Now, what is obsolete laws? What is obsolete laws? First and foremost one. First and foremost one. What do you mean by obsolete? Obsolete laws, they are removing the colonial laws. They are removing the various criminal laws, criminal laws which has been introduced by our colonial masters. Which have been introduced by our colonial masters. They are replacing or they are merging. They are merging under this act. First one. Second one here is they are bringing new violations. They are adding what? They are adding new provisions with respect to various offenses. Various offenses like sedition, followed by drug trafficking, human trafficking, terrorism. They've added a new, I can say, the new cases of violation like child trafficking, human trafficking, forced labor, the different violence, that is the recent one. And even they've added what? They've added technological crimes. They've added what? Technological crimes into this updated reforms. Updated criminal reforms. That is the updation of Nagarika, Suraksha, as well as I can say a Saksha Act. I can say this is bringing with respect to the modernization in the present times. Modernization in present times. Sir, modernization ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಷ್ಟೇ. ಹಳೇದನ್ನ ತೆಗೆಯೋದು, ಹೊಸದನ್ನ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ, followed by modernizing our equipments. And they've added our technological evidence also. They've added an evidence act. They've added the modern technological evidence as an evidence under, I can say, Bharatiya Saksha Act. Bharatiya Saksha Act. Igenilla. What's up though? Followed by the telegrams. Everything can be considered as, I can say, evidence under this evidence act, or I can say it is Saksha Act. Saksha Act. Done. Highly important one. This is my first and the foremost one. Miscellaneous. Second major important reforms which has been brought, it is our, I can say, that is Model Prison Act. Model Prison Act. Model Prison Act ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ they have changed what? Highly important one. That is Model Prison Act. They have replaced with which act? They have replaced it with, I can say, 1894 Act with, I can say, Model Act of 2023, Model Prison Act. Sir, ಇಲ್ಲಿ common sense question here is, prison comes under which list? State list. If it is state list, is central government has a jurisdiction to make laws? Now, common sense question. Which schedule? Not any topic bandru, you should think. Stop for a few seconds. Think. Madakagato ilvo. Now, if it is seventh schedule, what is seventh schedule? Not ella varsha schedules will pakka fixo. Ee varsha 10th schedule na fix question. Gottalla ashtu news ali ide. What is 10th schedule? Ayaram Gayaram case. Kelilva? Ayaram Gayaram. It was recently this Bihar CM also. Essali change madadu. Okay, nang bayil enano barutte. Okay, see, that is not good in politics at least. Though whatever is done was legal, but ethically it is wrong. Bihar CM ಏನು ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ NDA ಜೊತೆ, ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ಲೋಕಲ್, ಮತ್ತೆ ವಾಪಸ್. ಬಟ್ ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ I need to be CM ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Power corrupts, absolute power corrupts, absolutely. ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಮಾಡಕ್ ರೆಡಿ ಇದಾರೆ, ಪವರ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ನನ್ಗೆ. ಏನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು? 9th time he has been sworn in as CM. ಸಖತ್ ದುಡ್ಡು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ಲಾಲು ಯಾದವ್ನ ಮನೆಗೆ ಕಳ್ಸಿದಂದ್ರೆ ಇವರೇ ಜೈಲ್ಗೆ, ಫಾಟೋಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಮರಾ ಇವರು ಸೇರಿ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು. ಬಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ವಿತ್ ಬಿಜೆಪಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಇಡಿ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊರಸ್ಕಾಕೊಂಡ್ರು. ದೇವರ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಚಡಿ ದೋಸ್ತುಗಳು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ DKC ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯ ತರ. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾದಿದೆ DKCಗೂ. after Kejriwal 18 years CM ಅಂದ್ರೆ 18 ವರ್ಷ ವನವಾಸಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋದಂಗೆ ಇವ್ರು CM ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Okay, done. Now with respect to seventh schedule, our seventh schedule has been divided into three things. One is which one? One is my central list always. Second one, it is my state list. Last one, it is my concurrent list. Which has highest number of lists? Central first. Second, concurrent. Least is state. Sir, ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಬೇಡ. Second one, with respect to central list items, who has the authority to make laws? That is central government. Central government, that is exclusive authority lies with central government. Whereas with respect to state, that is state government has exclusive authority. State government exclusive authority to make laws. Followed by concurrent. That is both a center and state as the exclusive authority. When there is a conflict, center will prevail. Ella time? Was it all the time? No. All and specific, wrong. Only in one situation, when the state has passed a bill, and got a president assent adre, then state list will prevail than central list. Only in one situation, when the state has passed a bill by state legislature and got the assent of president. Allotti governor 200A. Sakkat news alida. 200A, that is delaying of the bills. No, but based on organization. With respect to center and state, center will prevail in majority of situations. But in one situation, the state list will prevail. Yavaga sir antandre, that is when the bill has been got the president assent, gazettal notification agbidutte, then state list will prevail. Next common sense question here is, I think that a particular item which is not present in any of the three, we call it as residuary subject. Now, who has the authority to make residuary subjects? Exactly, one is always residuary subjects are done by our parliament. This residuary item now. This residuary subject has been taken up from which constitution? Germany, Japan. See, Germany in the, it is procedure established by law. Sorry, it is emergency. Japan, it is from procedure established by law. Germany in the, or it is also called as Weimar Constitution. With respect to Weimar Constitution, emergency time alone restrictions ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. During Japan, we have taken procedure established by law, 21 article. Whereas Canadian Constitution, ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಯಾವತ್ತೂ, Canadian Constitution, it talks about federalism with more dominance tilted towards center. Residuary also taken up from LA. C for C, central government, Canada. C for a C. Done. This is with respect to my seventh schedule. Now, ignore prison ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಿದೆ? State ಅಲ್ವಾ? Prison state ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಇವ್ರಿಗೆ ಯಾವ ತಾಕತ್ ಇದೆ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ? Or what authority do you have? Okay, ಹಿಂಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಓಕೆನಾ? What authority do they have to make laws? Quasi-federal ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಾ? No. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವೇನು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಹೇಳೋದು. See this heading ಏನಿದೆ? It is model. They are not giving it to the exact same thing for implementation. Rather, they are providing what? Rather, they are providing, I can say, a model. Seriously great. It's okay. Thank God, I can't sleep actually. Okay, it's okay. Yes. First and foremost one, you should note down, a prison comes under Prison comes under which list? A state list of which schedule? 7th schedule. Pakka schedule isme ಒಂದು question fix ಓದಲೇಬೇಕು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂದ 10th ವರೆಗೂ or 12th ವರೆಗೂ. 11th 12th anyways you will study. 10th at least you should study. What is first, what is second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7th, 8th, 9th. Okay, question ಕೇಳಲ್ಲ? Last week schedules first chapter. Okay, what is the difference between 5th and 6th schedule? ಅದು ಚಿಕ್ಕಬಳ್ಳಾಪುರ ಏನು ಕೋಲಾರ? ಹಾ ಓಕೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಬಟ್ ಮೇಜರ್ ಆಗಿ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ this 5th schedule talks about a scheduled areas. ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, scheduled areas concept. Whereas 6th schedule talks about tribal areas. ಎರಡು ಸೇಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅದು scheduled areas, whereas this talks about tribal areas. Which schedule has the highest autonomy? Is it 5th or 6th? 6th has higher autonomy in the form of, I can say, tribal autonomous districts are established in 4 states. ಯಾವ 4 states? Okay. ಮ್ಯಾಪ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? ಮ್ಯಾಪ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ it is first one here is Meghalaya, second one it is Assam, Tripura, Mizoram. ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Or else as simple as that you can remember it as ATM square. But ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಚಾಲೆಂಜ್ ಏನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾ? ಮಣಿಪುರ, ಮಿಜೋರಾಮ. But if you go for this, it is easier. First one, it is prison comes under state list. Second one, due to this one, the union government has brought a model ಅಷ್ಟೇ. See, ನೀವು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ model contract farming act ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ just model ಅಷ್ಟೇ to bring in. ನೋಡಪ್ಪ, ಈ ಒಂದು model lines ಅಲ್ಲಿ you can frame a laws. It is just helping the states in this model or in this uniqueness to bring in uniformity with respect to prisons. They have given an idea or they have given a hint. That is nothing but they are replacing 1894. Expected question that is Prison Act of 1894. Prison Act of 1894 has been replaced with I can say a model Prison Act of 2023. That is 130 years, I can say, obsolete law, or I can say a colonial law, British colonial law. Now second major important one, what are the different highlights ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಪ್ಪ? Highlights here is it will be modernizing. Highlight ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ normally? It is modernizing my prisons. How can I modernize? First and foremost, modernizing ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ you should provide a punishment. ಯಾರಿಗೆ? ಈ jail staff ಗಳಿಗೆ. That is what punishment? That is BD, cigarette, gudka, this drugs need to avoid. If they are providing, we need to provide what? A punishment to this jail staff. Punishment to this jail staff. Second one individuals ಮಾಡಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ? ಅದಿರೋ prisoners ಗೆ we need to provide what? We need to provide a legal aid. What type of legal aid? That is NALSA legal aid. ಕೇಳಿದಿರಾ? What is NALSA legal aid? What is NALSA? That is National Legal State Authorities. National Legal State or Services Authority has been established. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ SALSA ಅಂತಿದೆ at state level. That is State Legal Services Authority. State Legal Services Authority has been established. They need to provide legal aid to get parole as well as a furlough. ನೋಡೋಣ parole ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, furlough ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅಂತ. Done. ಸರ್, ಇವಾಗಲೇ ಹೇಳಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ parole ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ it is for shorter period of time. ಇದು furlough ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ if they are sentencing or if they are facing a huge or lengthy sentence. A parole ಅಲ್ಲಿ it is not a right. ಬಿಡ್ಲೇಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ. But furlough, it is a mandatory. It is their right. ಹಂಗೆ ಬೇಜಾರಾದಾಗ ನಾನು ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಕಳಿಸ್ಬೇಕು ನೀವು. It is a right. Because major important one here is to incentivizing their good behavior. Incentivizing their good behavior, followed by high security jails, jails, modern prisons ತರಿಸಬೇಕಂತೆ ಸೊಸೈಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ. Okay, jail ಆಗಿರೋದಲ್ಲದೆ we need to interact with the society people also to reduce a crime or violation against the, I can say criminal, or I can say violation against humanity. Violation against humanity. Okay alva? Done? One question solve ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಇದು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ ನೋಡೋಣ ಫಾರ್ ಲಾಗು ಪರಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅಂತ. ಝೂಮ್ ನಾನು ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ ಝೂಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಆಗತ್ತಾ? ಸಾಕಾ? ಓಕೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಈಗ. Yes, exactly, Shrikant. Fifth schedule, fifth and sixth schedule. Yes, exactly. First. Okay. ನಂಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಕಣ. ಬಿನಾ? ಓಕೆ. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? Done. Now, with reference to India, consider following statements. When a prisoner makes out a sufficient case, parole cannot be denied ante. Parole na deny ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. Whereas furlough cannot be denied. Parole cannot be denied alla, whereas this can be denied, whereas a furlough can be or again cannot be denied. Either deny ಮಾಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. First one. To such prisoners, because it becomes a matter of right. Idu right alla. Whereas furlough is a right. Second one. Okay. Parole, first and foremost one, parole ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಸರ್ ಅಂತ? Parole ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ it is releasing on bail. Releasing on bail for the persons who are enjoying a short-term sentence. A sentence. ಇದು ಬೇಲ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಲ್ ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ, whereas they will release on, I can say, what basis? Either enjoying long-term basis. A sentence. Sir, parole, is it a right? And right is parole. ಕೊಡ್ಲೇಬೇಕು ಬೇಲು ಅಂತ? Obviously ಇಲ್ಲ. It is on the discretion. It is not a right. Pakka expect many question idana parole as well as parole or furlough. Whereas this is my right. Pakka reject ಮಾಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. I can never get rejected. At least once 14 days per year. ಕೊಡ್ಲೇಬೇಕು. Done? Because I need to interact. I need to be in contact with my family alva. That is my right. Whereas ಇಲ್ಲಿ short term alva. ನೀನು ಮುಗಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ಹೋಗು ಅಂತ. Yes or no? As simple as that. Okay, alva. Second one, state governments have their own, I can say, prison release on a parole rules. What do you think? Obviously, I said complete prison comes under. ನೋಡಿ, ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿದೆ ನಿಮ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಅಂತ? ಪ್ಯೂರ್ಲಿ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಫೇರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. You should know the in and around topics. That is nothing but what? That is nothing but which is following is correct. That is only two is correct. Only R2 is correct. Done? Yes. Okay. Next one. On ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಪೆರೋಲ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಪೆರೋಲ್ first and foremost one ಅದೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. It is granted for a what term? It is for short term, whereas furlough is for I can say longer sentences. ಎಷ್ಟು ದಿನದವರೆಗೂ? It can last up till 1 month. 1 month ವರೆಗೂ ರಜೆ ಕೊಡಬಹುದು, ಹೋಗಿ ಆರಾಮಾಗಿ ಬಾ ಅಂತ. Whereas furlough ಅಂದ್ರೆ it is for highly criminal cases ಅಲ್ವಾ? You can go it at max for 2 weeks. At max for 2 weeks. Whereas major important one here is a parole is not a matter of right. It is not a matter of right. I can be rejected. ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗು ಅಂತ. Whereas furlough is I can say it is my right. ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ to break the chain of monotony. Sir, ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಸರ್ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, take an example of recently the Tamil Nadu has released the Rajiv Gandhi assassinators. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡೋಣ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ. That is with respect to governor's power, with respect to I can say 1, 2, 3 ordinance ಏನು, what are the main important functions with respect to I can say governor, with respect to I can say judicial aspect we'll see with respect to my ಎಲ್ಲೋಣ with respect to executive. But concept ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ it is my parole as well as my furlough is highly important one. Parole is not a right, whereas furlough is obviously my right. Both comes under which government? Both comes under my state government. Both comes under my state government, I can say. Done? Okay alva? ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೋದು. See, any cases, again parole also it can be. See, sir, long term sentence ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಯಾವುದು? ಬಿಲ್ಕಿಸ್ ಬಾನೋನಾ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Which one? Okay. What is short term and what is long term? What is short term and what is long term? Now what is Bilkis Bano? ಏನಕ್ಕಪ್ಪ Bilkis Bano case ಅಲ್ಲಿ this parole as well as furlough has been rejected? ಇಲ್ಲ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ Bilkis Bano case? It is something related to a crime against humanity. ಅವ್ರು ಬದುಕಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಜಡ್ಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. See, furlough is majorly focusing on interacting with your family members. ನೀನ್ ಮನುಷ್ಯನೆಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಡಿಕ್ಲೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ. See, hope you're getting what are their concepts. Now, if the judiciary is declaring it as you're not supposed to live, can I give parole or can I give furlough? ಮತ್ತೆ ಮುಗಿತಲ್ಲ. ಸರ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಕೊಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವ್ರು ರಿಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. If it is crime against humanity, done. ಕಳಿಸ್ಲೇಬೇಕು ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಜೈಲ್ಗೆ ಅಥವಾ ಮೇಲಿಕ್ಕೆ. Because majorly due to discretion of the state government. Because everything politics. If you talk about it is prison. If you talk about prison, ಯಾರ ಅಂಡಲ್ ಬರುತ್ತಪ್ಪ? majorly my state government. Majorly state government. Which ministry will handle this? State government. Majorly home ministry. Ministry of Home Affairs will handle this complete, I can say, prison related aspects. Now, will they conduct all the aspects in a legal manner? Or political influence ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆಯಾ? Obviously, home ministry ಬಂತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ there will be huge political interference. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರನೇ ಈ ಪ್ರಿಸನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನ್ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. From prison itself, they are handling or they are controlling the complete mafia or complete, I can say, the politics network now. And even there's a criticism also, this prison should be put under concurrent lesson. Because then both the central government as well as I can say state government will interfere with respect to I can say completely managing this prison. With us high, I can say high network security, Second one with respect to, I can say, rehabilitation of the prisoners, making them good humans. But 60% of the prisoners are, I can say they are facing, I can say, under trials. 60%. Your 60% ಯಾರ ಜೊತೆ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ? High network criminals. ಏನಾಗ್ತಾರಾಗ? Obviously, even their mindset will convert it into, ನಾನು ಮಾಡೋಣ ಬಿಡು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ. Yes or no? They'll convert it into what? Rather than being a good humans, they'll become what? They'll become our criminals. We need to segregate. We need to provide them, I can say, adequate legal services. Yes, Bilkis Banodali, it has been rejected both the I can say parole as well as I can say furlough. Done? Yes. Solve this. Both the right to privacy. Which judgment? Puttaswamy judgment. Which year? Okay, it is case Puttaswamy judgment. It is 2017. Karnataka High Court versus case Puttaswamy. Yes, exactly. See, now already ಹೇಳಿದೀನಿ 21 ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಪಕ್ಕಾ ಇದೆ. 21 ಬಂತು ಅಂತಾನೆ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್. You should go for Article 21. You should go for Article 21. That is first and foremost one, right to property. Sorry, right to, I am sorry. First and foremost one, sorry, right to privacy is protected as an intrinsic part of right to life and liberty. Which article? 11th. Article 21. Which of the following in the Constitution of India correctly and appropriately implies the above statement? Article 14 and provisions under, I can say, 42nd Amendment of Constitution. What is Article 14? It has right to equality. Right to equality. Option wrong. Second one, 17 and DPSP. 17 no. It has untouchability and DPSP, Directive Principles of State Policy. No, next class. Article 21. Obviously, Article 21 majorly includes right to privacy, right to life and liberty. Majorly, Article 21A. Which one? Article 21A? Right to education. Right to education added under which amendment? It is 86th Constitutional Amendment Act of 2002. 2002 followed by Article 24. What is Article 24? Article 24 talks about abolition of a child labor in the age group of less than 14 years of age. Less than 14 years of age. Answer in Napang. It is answer C. Yes. Done. Okay, Alva. Okay, any doubts? On 2 minutes. What is the citizenship route for international asylum? The question here is, sir, international refugees idaralva, like Rohingyas, avrella, how can they acquire Indian citizenship? Can they acquire? Actually, it's a good question, because recently Indian government has provided asylum in Andaman Nicobar. Highly important. First thing in, can they provide what the route? Route idya antandre, we are not a party to what? That is International Refugees Convention. We are not a part of, or we have not, India has not signed. Now sign a refugee convention, but other on humanity grounds. On humanity grounds, we are providing, I can say, protection like food, water, health. But can they get Indian citizenship? I can say a big no. I can say a big no. After 2004 amendment, after 2004 Indian Citizenship Amendment Act prakara, ivaga now citizens agbeku antandre, both my parents should be Indians, or one of the parents should be Indians, other parents should never be legal migrant. Reject aithalva. Either ede condition iradili, one, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅಪ್ಪ ಅಮ್ಮ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೇಕಷ್ಟೇ, or else ಒಬ್ರು ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರು ಇಟಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಪೋರ್ಚುಗಲ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ ಬಟ್ it can't be illegal migrant. Yes, done. Okay, clear. I hope Uttam it is clear. Sir, will you be providing current affairs notes? Yes, obviously PPT share ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಸಾಕು, more than sufficient. Okay, yes, thank you.